Good morning, class 7. We were reading chapter 6, How Things React with One Another. In this chapter, we have understood about physical change. We have seen some activities which are based on physical change. Now in this class, we are going to read about chemical change. So students, open page number 73 in your science book and keep a pencil with you to underline hard words. When two or more substances react in such a way that there is formation of one or more new substances, the change is called a chemical change or a chemical reaction. So this is the definition of chemical change, or you can understand chemical change as that it is a change in which the molecules within the substance interact with each other, leading to some changes that form molecules of a new substance. During a chemical change, reactants undergo changes to form products. Means molecules of one substance undergo change to form product or to form new molecules of a substance. Is that clear? So chemical changes generally are irreversible changes. You have to underline irreversible. Irreversible means stable or static. Here you can read about reactant, product and irreversible change. So burning of paper, spoilage of food, cooking of food, digestion of food, photosynthesis, curdling of milk, ripening of fruit, rusting of iron are the some examples of chemical change. Now let us perform activity 6.5 to 6.8 to study some chemical changes. So to perform activity 6.5, you have an aim to observe the formation of a new substance on heating a magnesium ribbon and then adding water to it. So first you have to take a small piece of a magnesium ribbon. Now you have to clean its tip by rubbing it with a sandpaper. After it, you have to hold it with a pair of tongues, or you can use holder over the flame of a burner. What do you observe? You will observe that it burns with a brilliant white light. It leaves behind a powdery ash. After burning, the ash obtaining is not the same as the magnesium ribbon. Magnesium has lost its property and a new substance, magnesium oxide, is formed. Here magnesium reacts with oxygen and forms magnesium oxide. Here you can see the formula of magnesium oxide. So here you can see the new substance is forming, and you can see that this change is a chemical change. Collect the ash in a beaker and mix it. You have to collect the ash in a beaker, and you can use a glass, and you have to mix it with a small amount of water. You have to stir it properly. Stir means you have to mix or dissolve it properly in a glass of water. Now you have to put a drop of this solution with the help of a dropper on red and blue litmus paper to test its chemical nature. So being acidic or basic is the chemical nature of any substance. Is that clear? What do you observe? You will observe that red litmus paper turns blue and blue litmus paper remains as it is. This shows that the solution obtained is basic in nature. So when we mix ash in water, the solution we receive is put in red litmus paper. Then the red litmus paper becomes blue. And when we put it on blue litmus paper, the color of blue litmus paper does not change. This shows that this solution is basic in nature. So here inference, magnesium oxide on dissolving in water forms magnesium hydroxide, which is a new substance, thus it is a chemical change. This change is represented as, so here you can see magnesium reacts with oxygen and forms magnesium oxide, which is ash, and magnesium oxide react with water and forms magnesium hydroxide. Note, this activity should be performed by the teacher or under the supervision of the teacher only. Caution, staring at a burning magnesium ribbon for long is harmful for the eyes. Use glasses to look at it. So, magnesium ribbon burns with very bright light in the presence of air. So when you do this activity, put glasses in front of your eyes or wear glasses, as it can be harmful to your eyes. Now we are going to perform activity 6.6. So to perform this activity, we have an aim to observe the formation of a new substance on putting an iron nail in a copper sulfate solution. Procedure is given. First, you have to take 100 milliliter water in a 250 milliliter beaker. After it, you have to dissolve a spoonful of copper sulfate, which is commonly called blue vitriol or Neela thotha, in it. After it, you have to add a few drops of dilute sulfate acid to it. What do you get? You will get a blue colored solution like this. After it, you have to divide this solution into 2 equal parts. To the second part, you have to drop an iron nail and leave it for 30 minutes. After it, you have to compare the color of this solution with the second part of the solution. You will observe that the blue color of the solution changes to green color. Also, a brown colored layer gets deposited on the iron nail. Okay. So, in this activity, we found that when we put iron nail in the solution of copper sulfate, the blue solution of copper sulfate changed to green solution because of iron nail. Due to the adding of the iron nail in the solution of copper sulfate, the reaction occurred between the molecules of copper sulfate solutions, which changed the color of solution of copper sulfate. In the same way, some reactions also occurred among the molecules of copper sulfate, which lead to the deposition of brown layer on the iron nail. Inference, copper sulfate solution is blue in color. It changes to green color due to the formation of a new substance, that is iron sulfate. The brown deposit on the iron nail is of copper, another new substance, hence this is a chemical change, as I told you earlier. So this change can be represented as when copper sulfate reacts with iron. So iron sulfate and copper form. So students, that's all for today. In the next class we will see page number 75. Thank you class.